Right, here we go. Welcome to week 27. Yeah. So what happened? What happened this week? This was just about recovery. This was a much needed recovery week, right? So what does that involve? So very limited bike riding first of all. Just basically back and forth to the shops. That was it. No distance targets to fucking reach. No stress as well. Very important. Just basically eating, hydrating, and sleep as well. There was quite a lot of sleep. Yeah, just really focusing on recovery. That was the main thing. There was some maintenance that I needed to do on my bike. Just basically the first 2 days. So after the weekend. So last week was the deload week, yeah. And then after the weekend, Monday and Tuesday, I just could not. I could not. I was looking at the bike. And I was like kind of thinking like what I needed to do, and then just like shaking my head, just going, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. Go and get some food and have a sleep, and that was basically for the first 2 days. Just no motivation to do anything, right? It was a weird experience. From each day of each week, you're totally focused on targets and having to do something and having a clear structure, yeah. And then there's one simple task of doing maintenance on the bike, and just you cannot do it. So that was what I just had to accept and just go, okay, I'll get back to normal when I get back to normal, and just go with it. And then that was it. But today is Sunday, so it's the end of the recovery week. I'm dying to get back out there. It's like I said, it's definitely needed. There's a point in which it like kind of you just want to go again. I'm fully recovered now, ready for the next challenge, right? Because tomorrow is the start of phase 3 of this project, right? So let me show you what I've got a nice little table. We'll have a look at that, right? So this is it. This is the next 8 weeks, right? So phase 3. Each phase is split into 8 weeks. 8 weeks of training. This is going to be the percentage of the ceiling. So I've increased the ceiling to 240, and then a percentage of that 240 for each week, right? DR. I'll get on to DR is a dress rehearsal, right? I'll get onto that. And then once everything's done and complete, have the deload and have the recovery. That's the same as phase 2 and the same as phase 1. So I've for phase 3, I've shifted the ceiling from 210 kilometers in phase 2 to 240, right? So we're talking about a 14% increase, which is definitely manageable, because the jump in phase 1, 180 to 210, something like 16%. So it's a slight decrease. So I definitely know that's going to be manageable, the increase. But the dress rehearsal, right, in week 6, okay? So Uh, what I'm planning to do is like a ride around the UK, basically looking at more or less 240 kilometres each day, so plus or minus 10, so 230, 250. But there is going to be elevation, right? Because that's what phase two was. Phase two was focused on the effects of elevation with fatigue, right? So because at the end of each day I would go looking for hills, right, to see how my body reacts, right. Granted, the hills aren't too much around London, but we play the hand we were dealt. So yeah, but the dress rehearsal, the conditions for the dress rehearsal are very similar to Lisbon, to riding to Lisbon. So that's the purpose of doing this, is just to see how I react. But anyway, next week is week 1 of phase 3. So 180 kilometres each day. Now, like I said, phase 1, that was the ceiling. So that was something that I was working towards, being able to do 180 kilometres. And now, 2 phases later, this is the distance that I actually start at. That's it. What else can you say? Let's fucking go.